I just don't know if he can match how cleanly Guy manages his boost timings. But we'll see how it goes. So both players, as expected at this level, making the starting boost. Guy pretty clean through that first little bit. It can actually be surprisingly tricky. Nektam holding the boost as well, and Guy with seemingly just perfect boost timings. Nektarn swinging wide and boosting early, so not as much time to cool off, which is going to make his boost management a little weird coming into the long straight. Guy with the near perfect timing. Just going to sync up the streams a little bit. Yeah, Nektarn couldn't hold that as long, but Guy is going to be in a very good spot. Yeah, he's already got a bit of a lead. And it looks like he's in a good position to not underheat going through this turn and the market section coming up after it. Nektarn is definitely going to be underheating. Guy actually will because he didn't boost quite as much as he would have liked during that turn. However, they are both going to underheat coming through here. Nektarn much more than Dwy. So that is an almost 2-second lead. That was a big lap 1 lead for Guy. So coming through this, both players on an identical boost pattern to what they had lap 1. Dwy does hit max heat a little earlier than he did. And Nektarn's just, he doesn't know his boost patterns here. But this is looking very, very solid from Dwy. And it's still kind of in the one death makes up the difference territory. The question is that enough to make up the difference that might come up? And I'm not entirely convinced it would be. But there is the first death for Dwy. That is a pretty tight window. So now they are almost even. It's a very slight lead for Nektarn, which is probably going to come back a little bit. If Nektarn has a better lap 3 than what we've seen, he could take this off of that deck. Both players are looking to be about 450 paces, or at about 50-second paces, at 350s, my bad. Dwy with the 121, so they are basically even coming out of that. It's a very slight lead for Nektarn, but Guy's boost timing coming out of the faster... Ronnie, I woke up 15 minutes before this, cut me some slack. Oh, Nektarn dying. That's going to almost hand it right back to Dwy. If Dwy screws up in the same spot, it is still anyone's race, but this is back to a significant lead for Dwy. Oh, it's my own fault. I'm just asking to cut me a little slack for it. But we're looking at, let's see, 321 past there and 322 past there. It's about a 1-second lead for Dwy. I can hope, can't I? But this is better-ish heat management for Nektarn, but you've got to be boosting through this tunnel. And they're both going to be underheating on this. Coming through, it looks like Guy's got it. 353 and 355. Oh, I know. Well, aside from the death, that was a decent one. Well, Ronnie, it kinda does. Not as much. It still matters. So, underheating is basically kind of like what Ronnie said. Whenever you're boosting, you start overheating. So your pod heats up so much, or starts heating up a lot. After you stop boosting, your pod starts cooling down. If you cool down all the way to 0, we call that underheating, because you're neither boosting nor cooling down, and you're just wasting time at a higher speed. or wasting time that you could be at a higher speed. On Ben, you lose about 0.4 of a second for every second you are underheating. Alright, so track bans for the rest of the set are in. Nektam, continuing his streak of really not liking Uvu 4 tracks, has banned Vengeance and Executioner. Dwiguy has banned Grabvine Gateway and Doug Derby. Then Nektam has banned Ben Quadraneros for the next track, and Dwiguy bans Abyss. Nektam just goes right into it, and we're going to Fire Mountain Rally. This is a very fun track. Well, we can see how Ronnie feels about these tracks. All right, players are going to be given the countdown. I'm gonna just assume we're getting a bullseye mirror. Well, Gale, I like the confidence. Ronnie's got enough tracks where he can be competitive. Alright, players have been given the go. Yeah, Kingbean. Just waiting on stream delay to catch up, and there we go. Alright, they are off. Ooh, was that just a missed start boost? I think that was a missed start boost from Nektam. Ace is definitely the favorite. It's, at the very least, Mike can compete. Alright, there we go. They were synced up. Ooh, Dwiguy, there we go. Dwiguy hitting some walls there. So this is a slight lead for Nektam. This track is where Dwiguy's, yeah, you're right, Ronnie. This is a track where Dwiguy's lack of sliding is going to come back to haunt him. Also, Nektam with the double engine fires. Don't worry, Gale. Our teasing knows no bounds. Alright, Dwiguy with Death in the Volcano. This is, like I said, looking pretty good for Nektam. Oh, as soon as I say that, this game is a breeding ground for Caster Curse. But it is still a lead for Nektam. This is one where sliding is... This track, even on Bullseye, sliding is a pretty major deal. And that does come back to haunt Dwiguy some. It's been done, McFruit, just not often. So it's a 1.5 second lead for Nektam. This is a long course, so that can come back anytime. Yeah, that was my strategy too, Gale Force. You see where I wound up? Alright, so coming into... I've been ignoring the course itself. Coming into the first major hairpin section. This has a lot of tough switchbacks, but both players are managing them pretty well. You have to slow down a lot, even with Bullseye's handling. But both players making it through pretty well. Nektarn losing a little bit less speed than Dwy. Alright. I think Ronnie's throwing me under the bus. But let's see. It looks like, yeah, the players are still pretty even coming out of it. It's around the same lead for Nektarn, I'm thinking. Alright, let's see how they do in the canyon section this go around. Nektarn takes the shortcut, so does Dwy. Relatively clean. Alright, still a slight lead for Nektarn, but it looks to be about the same, if not, or maybe a little bit longer than it was lap 1. He enters that at 3:43. Okay, so it's about 2 seconds now as opposed to 1.5. This is still in the territory of one death making it up. Yeah. Ooh, Nektarn holds that boost and Guy does not. That is another spot where that sliding is really going to come into play. He has implied that he's going to learn how to slide after this tournament. He could have gotten a little boost there, made it up a small amount of time. But he lost a lot of speed on that clip on the corner. And the death. That might just do it for Nektarn. There are plenty of other spots Nektarn could die, but that was a big one. It is a hard thing to get the hang of, but it is necessary for a lot of competitive tracks. Actually, for basically every track, if you want to set a top time. Yeah, this is now a significant lead for Nektarn. Coming into the canyon section again. How's this gonna go? Well, Chill Magic, there's a pretty sizable active community for the game now. So if you ever do want to pick up the speedrunning, there's a lot of us here who can help. Ooh, Nektarn going red. Repair's going to cost him a little bit of time, but he's passed most of the tricky segments. He can die going through here, and he did not. Sliding is this game's drifting mechanic. Basically, you can hold a button, you release a ton of your traction, and you start drifting. All right, but Nektarn does take it by 7 seconds. All right, so congrats, Axel. You are now the 600th person to make that joke. We've been trying to get into GDQ. All right, so Ben Quadraneros has been banned by Dwy Guy. Inferno has been banned. And Dobie Mountain Run with no Ben. All right. We're getting a lot of fun tracks this time. All right, both players have given the ready. Yeah, I would go to ESA, but you know, Ocean. Players have been given the go. Damn, Nektam's got a 401 here. All right. Both going with Bullseye. We're not going to be getting a spicy Bulls pick. Yes, but they're also much more expensive than flying without an ocean in the way. Still affects your travel. Ronnie, if you find the steamboat, I'd be down. And here we go. And Dobie Mountain Run. They're out of the gate. So this track is really interesting. It carries the front half of Howler Gorge. Nektarn squeezes out a little extra boost. Guy takes the long... Oh, he's taking that line. Okay. I've not actually seen that line in practice yet. Wasn't Gale theorizing it? Yeah, I think so. But hey, that was a pretty close first half. It's a slight lead for Nektarn, but nothing crazy. I do fine in a boat. I'd be completely cool to do that trip. But hey, let's see. I believe Dwy is just really good at this canyon section. But both players taking it clean. Oh, Dwy clipped a wall and lost a lot of speed there. You can sail across the Atlantic in 40 days. It's been done. All right, let's see how their tent entries go. 127, 128, clean tent for both. Nektarn with the fire. 1 frame repair, though. And both with the right timing on there. This is shaping up to be a good joke, or a good one. What the hell is going on in Twitch chat right now? Alright. But neither one is going quite as aggressive as I would like to see them on the hairpins. You can get a surprising amount of boosting in the hairpins, and Nektarn falls short on the big jump. It was a very high heat death, so it doesn't cost quite as much. But it is still a significant lead. Actually, not super significant. Dwy guy's up by, let's see, 229 to get in the canyon, 231. Okay, that's maybe a second and a half. But that is a manageable deficit. Dwy guy letting off the throttle a lot in these canyons. He's been taking a pretty cautious approach. But it seems to work for him. They both clip a little on the tent entry, but don't really lose any time. But there are a lot of bits to this track that you can do a lot more aggressively than both players have been doing. And they both elect for the slot boost just to look cool. Not quite as much boosting there as Dwy could have gotten, or as Nektarn could have gotten. They're both, again, taking this track relatively cautiously. And it's led to Nektarn actually getting back a lot of that gap. This one's going to be close. Like, this one's going to be really close. Here comes the canyons. It's entirely going to come down to this. Dwy went a little wider than Nektarn there. And again, tighter on that one because of the wider previous. Oh, he lost some speed. That might be enough to do it. They are a dead heat right now. Oh, God, here it comes, here it comes. They're coming to the line. I didn't see Dwy Guy's time. Nektarn by a 10th. Oh, man. No, a little more than a 10th. 0.11. We're going to Bumpy's Breakers with no Ben. Yeah, Ben's going to be getting a lot of bans. For me, the Ben ban depended on the track. Although Nektarn went with the bowls. This is going to be cool. The matchup that I like to call Bullseye. But yeah, picking him here is a bold pick. He is hard to execute on this track. Like, stupid hard to execute on this track. Yes, but some people don't read chat. Almost everyone watching is listening to me. Alright, let's see how Nektarn does in the hairpins. It's one of the trickier bits. And he's looking alright through it. No wall contact. He is going a little slower than Y on actual base speed. Well, Dark Blue Cat, you get to see it. You get to see it at a pretty high level now. All right, but that was a really good early from Dwy Guy. Oh, don't worry. The explosion still happened to all of us. But I mean, this is where Bowles makes up a lot of time over Bullseye, and he did. Now, his Nektarn, he's not going to go crazy on holding that boost, which is no surprise. Alright, now, does Nektarn make it with Bowles? He did. So he's made up a decent chunk of the time from the switchbacks, but Dwy's going to probably get a little bit more because he doesn't have to release as much speed on this hairpin. Yeah. So Bullseye can compete at max upgrades. Bowles is just much faster on straight line speed, McFruit. and he can make it through every turn well enough to be able to match or exceed Bullseye. So you can see on these straight line segments, he does make up a lot of the difference. He's going they're both going kind of wide on a lot of these turns. Yeah, Gale, but he's much harder to execute, so Bullseye is going to be a much more consistent pick, which is totally fine for tournament. And Nektam lost a ton of speed going wide on that hairpin and scraping. He had to stop and repair. And for anyone unaware, repairing just drains your speed. It's a big enough lead that I think we're up to like two deaths. He can spare one pretty safely. Yeah, Mahonic's fine here. Bulls and Bullseye do beat him in the right hands. Oh, Nektar's got to repair again. And no contact for Dwyer on that wall. He did drop to 517. Nektarn, ooh, drops all the way down to 450. Yeah, Rogue. That sums it up. That kind of just sums up Bowls compared to most of the cast. But I mean, Dwyer is at such a high non-boosting base speed right now. He's at 644. Yeah, he's in mid to high 640s. You are always constantly accelerating in this game, up to a maximum of 649 on every pod with max upgrades. If you scrape a wall, you lose that top speed some. It's a momentum-based system. Dwyer has had a little enough contact on this course that he's up to 647. I think. He's in the 640s at the very least. Nektarn was still sitting in the 620s. Now, on longer tracks like this, that adds up fast. And it's where a lot of Dwyer's lead has come from. I've never seen it. But this is still a massive lead for Dwyer. True. Alright, but it looks like Dwyer got this. There aren't really many spots for errors on the stadium section. You can take this a little too tight, but he didn't. Ooh, and the engine fire finish. Sub 5 Bullseye. That's solid. Takes it up to 2-2. All right, give me just one moment. All right, I'm back. We're going to Gauntlet with no Bullseye, who's not good on Gauntlet. I believe so, Gale. Not going to happen today, Bean Dip. Might get a sub 510. And we know Cobalt got it. Exactly once running. Here it is. So this is my favorite track in the game. It is fantastically designed. It has a couple of like construction flaws, but all right, neither player going for the crazy boost. But slight lead for Nektam coming out of here. He just got a little more boosting out early, and Dwi's not boosting there. Taking time to cool down more. Is he getting a double boost? Yes, he is. I did not see if Nektar did. I was watching Dwy. And Dwy going for the early cut, which is good. Yeah, that menu map is weird, and I'm really glad they didn't stick with that. So, bit of a lead for Nektar. Nothing crazy yet. Neither one getting that boost hold from what I saw. And you could see Dwy guy not sliding there. Good boost timing coming into the toilet bowl, though. And yes, this is the toilet bowl. Going through on it. Let's see how they do and what boost line they both opt to go for. I don't know if this can be held without sliding. It looks like it can. Alright, let's see how they do in the tube. This is a pretty tough tube. As Dwy elects to try spinning. It is a good trick. 143 to 146. Wow, Nektar managed a 3-second lead. Yeah, Dwy guy does not look super comfortable here. But Nektarn is building on this lead. He's just kind of a little cleaner on everything, and with how long of a track it is, it's basically working out like that Bumpies did. So you can hold the boost that Nektarn just did if you go up on the left wall and ride it back down. Credits to King Bean Dip for finding that. They're both at a decent speed. It's just Nektarn's taking things a little cleaner and boosting a little more. Up to a 3-second lead lap 1, probably a significant one here. It's a crapshoot. Alright, and Nektarn on a different boost timing. Worked out. Dwy's gonna have to boost on the bridge a little. Or not. Oh, is he just... Oh, that's where all the lead comes from. New lap record for Nektarn. It's a 142. And it's a 6-second lead for Nektarn at this point. It's he's gotten to the point where he has a cushion of 1 full death. Like, he could have a 1 bad death and still have the lead right now. It's not a margin you see a lot at this level of play without one driver dying. But like, he's ahead by the entire off-road section, and is at 648 speed on Gauntlet. Dwy's at 647, but just the no boosting in the tunnel really hurt him. And he lost some speed because he doesn't slide and scrapes the wall in the hairpin. Sick. Alright, neither one screwed up the toilet bowls. Yeah, the Uvu tracks are all very nice. This track is also just one of the most visually well-designed tracks in the game to me. Covers so many different atmospheres, a bunch of different settings. Nektam going for the tunnel boost in tournament. Oh, and Dwy dies. That's a 5:07 with 2-lap records for Nektam. Dear God. That was insane. Dude knows his stuff. Alright, Dwy opting for the bullseye ban. Nektam is playing well. Alright, players have been given given us the ready with a no bullseye sunken city. I'm assuming it's a bend mirror, and it is. Now I'm assuming neither of them is going to opt into my line. Which makes some sense. Yeah. Alright. Have a good one, King Bean. Alright, let's see how this goes. I didn't see Dwy Guy's PB on this track. Nektam does have a 415, which is not incredible, but it's solid. It's solid enough. But both just fine on their start. I'm really impressed at some of what Dwy Guy does without sliding. But it does lead to him taking some of these a lot wider. Like, it does bleed some time. Alright, let's see how he does on shortcut. They both do on shortcut. Clean. Slow, but clean. So it's a bit of a lead for Nektam. Nothing insurmountable. And actually, no, they're much more even than I thought. This one's close. Dwy did start his boost a little bit late there because he was still turning. It's another issue. You're turning for longer if you're not sliding. You also can hold that boost on lower tractions. But, yeah, we are dead heat. It's maybe a quarter second for Nektam. Oh, Dwy's going to bleed time on the figure 8. You can't make it completely cleanly without sliding. Alright, so a little over half a second. At this point, I think both players need to understand the other one is consistent enough to not die there. Yeah, Dwy likes him some Aqualaris. Nektam's boosting is actually better than Dwy's here. And Dwight has to bleed that time because he doesn't slide. Goes to show just how effective drifting can be. And there we go. So going through this stadium section, it is a bit of a lead for Nektarn. Again, it is still within one death or even just one bad bonk and repair section. See how he does here. Yep. Like I said, he can't really take that figure eight super cleanly. That's a lap record for Nektarn. Nektarn is playing so well right now. Coming through, they are holding time. They're both holding things really consistently. It's just Nektarn is a little bit cleaner on a lot of his execution. Yeah, Nektarn is just popping off on this track. He's coming out of that with over 600 every lap. And then just 2 points in this track make it almost impossible for Dwight to really pull it off. Let's see just how Nektarn does on this closing segment. Because he is on a fantastic pace. Like a massive PB pace. No speed lost. 411. That is huge. And Dwight is taking us for Nektarn's match points to Ando Prime Centrum with no bullseye. This is going to be an interesting one. It's another one where sliding really comes into play on 3 major segments. He's playing Ben here without a without drift function. Yeah, I don't know, Gale. It's confusing. Players have been given the go, so it'll be any moment now. What the hell's the tournament record here? What? How the... How? Alright, we'll see how he did it. Same? Oh, that's a big speed loss. Without sliding, Gale. Yeah, that was one of the worst bonks you can get without dying. And this track hasn't been played too much, and a lot of times when it's been picked, it's been with Ben banned. Now, that is a slight lead for Dwight, even with that bad bonk. But my question is, how did he pull that off with no sliding on Ben? I do sometimes. It's just one of those comfort things where I sometimes check it to see how close I am. Alright, well, here we go. This is looking super close. They're slightly out of sync, but it's not a major margin. So it's really hard to tell when it's this close. I'm just going to call it a dead heat right now. Okay. 54.02, 53.72. They are basically dead even. Maybe a tenth for Nektam. Alright, so coming into this boost through the circle. Alright. Pretty solid. It's a lead for Dwiguy now. Like, it is a notable lead for Dwiguy at this point. But here it comes. It looks like Dwiguy's got it. There isn't really any more failure point. Yeah, Dwiguy's got it. And it is a 2-4-2. 2-4-2-6-9. He takes it, and we're going to a track 8. So, so what you're saying is, like, you, Ace, and Mike need to play here. Alright. So, let's see how the bands go through. Because now Dwiguy's got to break serve back. He's got to win on 2 of Nektar's picks. Ben and Bunta Classic have been banned. Oh, Ronnie, I threw it on the... I screwed it up on the first track. Sebulba's Legacy. That kind of stings. But it's a cool track. Sebulba's Legacy is a very cool track. It's okay to be wrong sometimes, Ronnie. All right, both players have given the ready. We'll get into it momentarily. Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be a bullseye mirror here. Yeah. Players have been given the go. So bullseye on this track is actually still deceptively difficult. It's really easy to oversteer all over the place. It's like even on this first turn, it's very easy to just oversteer directly into the apex. And then the second switchback turn can do the exact same thing. It also winds up being very tempting to go for unreasonably greedy boosts. Since you always feel like you can make any turn on bullseye. So I'm going to wait for the sync up before I make any calls on leads coming out of the gate. But this is looking pretty clean from both of them. It seems like they're both practiced on the course. Appears to be a slight lead for Nektam. And no, they're dead even. That sync just threw me off. Oh man. That actually turned into a lead for Dwy. Slightly better boosting. About a third of a second. 4/10. But that was a very good lap one from both players. Let's see how they do coming through here. That's a deceptively tricky turn. If you hold your boost too long, you can just right into the edge. Coming through here is one of the trickier parts of the track. Both players are through it cleanly. There's a spot on the ground there that will just instantly kill you if you drive over it, boosting or not. But again, looks like about the same. Yeah, Dwy guy with about the same lead coming out of that. Ooh, going super wide there. And another engine fire for Nektarn. See how this winds up. Ooh, that bonk cost a little bit. Oh, he almost fell. This is neck and neck. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? 202.8, 202.25, 202.8, 816. We've got a track 9. Ooh. Ronnie. This is gonna be cool. We don't get that many track 9s in this. I mean, we're only an hour in. Nektarn is struggling on his track pick. But yes, if we go to 9 courses of all long tracks, we'll run up to 90 minutes. Yes, it would have. Oh, Nektarn might be going a little crazy. We've got an Abyss track 9. It's Abyss. Hell yes. All right, players have been given the go. It is a Ben Ban Abyss. Oh man. Yeah, right. Thank you, Nacho. Players have been given the go. We're going to be getting into this really quickly. Alright, so Abyss breakdown for everyone. This track has 2 layers, as you can see on this starting bit. Oops. If you fall off of it... Whoa, what the... What is going on with the... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the syncing. So if you fall off of it, you lose a lot. So yeah, sorry about the syncing issues. Working on it. There we go. Oh, Nektam with the death. That could be a bad one, too. There we go. Sorry about the syncing issues. They are back. If you fall off of that top level on the early bit, you just lose 30 seconds. However, you can make the climb back up, and Dwy dies on the attempt. It's really tricky with Bullseye. So Dwy Guy has fallen, and he can't get up. That is 2 deaths on the climb. It's really, really tricky with Bullseye. We call him Glass Bones for a reason. Dwy Guy has to hope Nektam screws it up. Clean execution on the lower track, which is actually surprisingly rare. Oh, never mind. He drives through the barricade. These barricades are abysmally programmed. You can just drive through them. That is a 50-second lap for Nektam. Okay, Abyss. So, like I said, this track is arguably the worst programmed one in the game. But looks like Nektar's got this. He didn't fall. Glad someone caught that. When Nektam has not fallen, and he got the shortcut each time. It took the shortcut each time. This is looking really good for Nektam. Alright, Dwy Guy makes the turn this time. Ooh, and Nektam taking it with a 2:37. And Dwy's finishing it out. Ooh. That was a hell of a match, though. A bunch of very close matches. $3.11 for Dwy. That, like Nacho said, that is a heartbreaker. Alright, gonna try to get both players in here.
Hello.
There we go. Hey guys. That one was an insane match.
Yeah, there were lots of close matches.
Yeah.
That Abyss pick.
Yeah.
It was killing me even when, like, I was just on the upper level, and
Mm-hmm.
it would blow me up for no reason.
Yeah, that, like I said about Abyss on cast, it is abysmally programmed.
Right. Yeah, well, I fell anyway, so I lost it anyway.
Yeah.
I
It's
think you
falling
even
with
beat my personal best on Abyss with that 2:37.
Yeah. Well, falling on Bullseye is basically GG. Making that climb is so hard with how fragile he is.
Yeah, I've never actually tried to make the climb. I didn't know if he could do it, but I mean, I had nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Once you fall,
he can. It's just basically random on if you die or not.
Okay. Well, I died.
Yeah. But still, very well played to both of you. Like, some of those tracks were insane.
Right, like
That Endoprime Center, or not Endoprime Center, Mandobi Mountain Run.
yeah, that was like
That
0.2 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've had better times on that track. I just bonked the walls too much.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a sketchy canyon section for you on a couple of laps.
Yeah.
So are you going to learn how to slide now?
Now that the tournament's over, I think I need a break first.
Fair enough.
And then if I ever get back into this, I'll probably try sliding, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean it costs you a decent amount of time on a couple of tracks.
Oh, sure, it always does.
Yeah, well, it's on Sunken specifically. You can't make the figure eights as cleanly.
That's true.
But congratulations to Nektarn for that win.
Thank you.
Like, both of you are some of the most consistent racers we've got.
Yeah, I'll be excited to see you versus Bean Dip.
That'll be very good.
That'll be rough.
You should be fine.
Yeah,
I'm expecting that to be competitive.
Okay.
Yeah, I was able to take a few points off of him in the Swiss round.
Good, because I wasn't.
So yeah, I think you have a decent chance.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope so.
Well, it's again on consistency. He kind of plays like I do and goes super aggro.
Mm-hmm.
And you tend to play it relatively safe, which is a mixed blessing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should probably be wrapping this up. We don't have a huge amount of time.
Yeah. Well, good games.
So,
Thanks for casting in, bro.
Thanks. Congratulations to Guy for making it this far, and congratulations to Nektarn for making it farther.
Thank you.
That'll be a fun one coming up.
Okay.
Well, thank you to both of you for competing. Thank you to Speed Gaming for hosting, and to everyone for coming out to watch. We will see you all next time.
Yeah,
definitely.
I hope so.